Morning check-in. How we feeling? How we doing? Drinking water, staying hydrated. Feeling pretty good today. Woke up on the right side of the bed. Mango was very cuddly this morning, which is always a good thing. I'm kind of tired, but that's because my sleep schedule is so thrown off right now. I like got out of the swing of things. Normally it's like bed by 10:30, up by 7, and somehow all of that's been thrown out the window. Today is a work day. I have to work. For those of you that don't know, YouTube is not my full-time job. I work for Hero Cosmetics on the content and social team, so that's what I'm doing. And we have a launch next week. Actually, the day that I'm posting this video is the day our new products are launching. So I think I'm gonna try to shoot some new content and try to stay awake because it's fucking rainy today and I'm already tired. Mango, I swear to God, she never plays with that fucking thing until I'm filming, and then she's like, cowabunga, baby. I want a bagel and coffee, okay? So I'm gonna go walk and go get one. Listen, ever since I posted those videos talking about how I don't wear bras, everyone always asks me like, well, what do you do about your nipples? Do you wear like pasties over your nipples so they don't show? I'm like, no, I just show my nipples. My nipples are just rock hard, penetrating through my shirt, and I don't care. Here's the thing, right? Like, boobs aren't inappropriate to me, nipples aren't inappropriate to me. So therefore, I don't really think about it. If other people are bothered by them, that's kind of not my problem. Adjust your mindset, babe. The nipples are out. I just watched Cody Ko's video where he's reacting to that cut video where people are trying to guess each other's body counts. And I probably could have had a lot of takeaways from that video, but the only takeaway that I had is that I haven't had sex in a year, and that hurts my feelings. Here's the thing, right? Like, when I was doing the damn thing, I was doing the damn thing. I've never been like a one-night stand kind of girl. Like, I've definitely done it. I've definitely had one-night stands. But I was like a one person per season type girl. Like, I had like 4 partners a year, pretty much. But now I like have an awareness of my feelings and what I actually want in life, which is not to just have sex with people. I want to like have connections with people. Oh! It's preventing me from having sex. Here's my thing, right? Like, I want to have sex with someone. Like, I want to hook up with someone. I don't want to have a one-night stand. I don't want to hook up with someone that isn't going to make me orgasm. Like, I would rather hook up with someone that I can have something happening with so that they really care deeply about me having a good time. I'm still doing my emotionally unavailable, focus on myself type year, but I think the thing is that in my head, I'm not interested in fucking people who don't care about me, and I'm not interested in fucking people in the short term. I like want to enjoy you on a deeper level than I am just physically attracted to you and we maybe have good sex. Why do I feel so uncomfortable admitting things like that? I think sometimes I've been like so conditioned by the New York dating scene to like act like I don't care and act like I'm like, oh, I don't give a shit. Like, I can just like fucking fuck whoever and I don't care. Like, I have no feelings. I feel like that's so deeply inside my head because I've been like competing with dudes for the last 3 years to be the one that cares less. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to care. And I want to have fun caring, and I want other people to care about me. This is it, that's why. In general, I think that what I'm attracted to can be summed up as people who give a shit. People who are passionate about something, people who have shit to say. Even if I'm not like in their passion the same way that they are, I fucking love people who just give a shit about things, who give a shit about people, who just fucking care and aren't afraid to care publicly. I love people who feel things unapologetically and just want to share that with everyone. I do. I love it. And you know what? I'm tired of pretending I don't, and I'm tired of pretending that I'm not like that too. I give so many fucking shits. I care so much, and that's hot. And that's hot. And caring is hot. But that's definitely it, is that I just like feel weird sometimes about admitting that I want someone to care about me. That doesn't necessarily mean a relationship, because obviously these things have to grow and it takes so much time to even know if that's where something's gonna go. But in the interim, like, I just want to be with people who actually give a shit. Because also I feel like that's how you end up not being hurt. Because when people give a shit about you, they communicate with you one step at a time, day by fucking day, but you're always, I don't know. Is this a dream world that I speak of? Anyways, I watched a fucking Cody Ko video this morning and now I'm horny. Oh. All right, how about a midday face mask? I have a meeting in like 20 minutes. I feel like now is the perfect time to just a little refresh. Sometimes you just need to do a face mask in the middle of the day, all right? The joys of working from home. Last night when I was leaving the office after work, I got stopped on the street by some of you that watch my videos, which is fucking so fun and so fucking weird. I haven't been stopped on the street in so long, mainly because of like fucking COVID, but also because pre-COVID, I only had like 30,000 subscribers. So it was like a smaller pool to work with. It would happen every now and again, like at concerts or like events where there was more of a possibility for someone to know who I was via like common interest. But this was literally just like on the street. I was waiting for an Uber outside the office and so fucking cool, so fucking crazy. There's been so much, well, let's talk about it. I have a minute, let's talk. I've been on YouTube for 11 years, right? But I've gained 100,000 subscribers in the year 2021, pretty much. I was at 40,000 in January. So we're just about like 100,000 new people have their eyes on me. Meanwhile, I'm like just alone in my home by myself. So it's like, because I'm physically alone most of my life, it's hard to like grasp a number like 100K until you have these like little moments where you're like, that's weird, that didn't happen before. Like, it's just like an out of body experience to be like, you know, mindlessly scrolling through Twitter or TikTok and all of a sudden someone mentions you and you're like, me? Did they just say my name? Like, it feels like if you were watching a movie and then all of a sudden, if the main character like broke the fourth wall and like said your name directly to camera and you're sitting in the audience, you're like, whoa, did they just say my fucking name? Like, it's the craziest shit ever. To like celebrities, it's probably like, oh, that's part of being a celebrity. But like, I'm a random bitch on the internet, you know? So all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, what's happening? That's been something weird and fucking interesting to adjust to. There's been a lot to adjust to. I probably have to wash this off soon. Imagine me just like entering my meeting with this on. I mean, it really wouldn't be that weird. I work for a skincare company, but. All right, break over, back to work. And if you guys ever see me out and about in New York or fucking anywhere else, please come up to me because that shit seriously made my entire week. I just would love to meet you guys and hug you in person. So if you see me, don't feel weird about it. Don't feel shy. Come right up and say, what's good, bitch? Okay? I want to meet you. So I've been loving these new sets from Parade. This purple is everything to me, mama. You guys know I don't wear bras, but I do fuck up a bralette when it comes to sets, lingerie, or like a bralette that I can wear as a top. You know, like fuck bras for the purpose of bras, but like for the aesthetic, I'm here for it. I'll walk around my apartment in this all fucking summer. Like, look at me. Look at me go, mama. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is not sponsored at all, but Parade gave me a discount code a while back. It's code Maddie Dragsbaek, in case you want to buy some for yourself. They're really fucking comfy. I am about to get ready to go to brunch because that's the moment we're having today. But I should just like sit and have coffee and like relax for a minute. Have a morning, baby. Apartment tour is definitely still coming on the way. We're doing the damn thing. Just still have so much more to do. Why do I feel like I'm on like a talk show? Like this feels like a set, but I guess this is just my home. So living alone has been an absolute fucking joy. I am so relaxed, so at peace. This year has been fucking so good. And now we're here at the commencement of Fat Girl Summer, and I'm about to have a fucking summer, bitch. I always talk about how last summer was like, I had like a massive change in how I saw myself. You know, last August, I bought my first string bikini and I wore it to the beach once, but I haven't worn it to the beach like during the day. Like I wore it to the beach at like 6 p.m. to take photos and nobody was there. And even that, you know, feels like a feat to even like walk from like the car to the beach. You pass a couple people and then people are walking on the beach when I'm taking photos. So like maybe like 5 or 6 people in person saw me, and of course thousands of people on the internet saw me. But anyways, I'm just saying this because it feels like a lot of the confidence and like growth and like the rebellion that I feel existing in my body right now is something that only started like halfway through last summer, like pretty much August of last summer. So I'm excited to have like a full fucking summer of just being able to experiment with clothes that I usually wouldn't wear, with colors I usually wouldn't wear, wearing a string bikini to the beach and just taking up space and letting people stare and feeling happy that they're staring, just feeling like, get fucking used to it, bitch. The fatties are out here. And when I'm talking about this like new surge of confidence that I had last year, it's like something that I've been working on for years. And it's like you get a little bit more every year, but I think last year I hit a certain threshold where there was more visibility to the confidence that I had been working on, if that makes sense. Like I feel like a lot of the work that I have been doing is very internal. It's undoing internalized fat phobia. It's learning that these rules that I placed on myself aren't fucking real. They're totally made up, and like just trying to cultivate a level of like bravery in myself. I wish it wasn't brave to like exist in my body as I am and go out in public and like not give a shit if people are staring at me, but it does. It's hard because I think a lot of people look at me as being like, oh, I could never be what she is. But like I want you to understand that I used to feel the same way that you do, and my life has changed dramatically since that time in my life, and it can change for you too. If you are constantly doing the internal work and being patient with yourself, actually focusing on healing yourself and being gentle with yourself, you're gonna feel what I feel too. It's not magic. It's not like I all of a sudden woke up one day and was like, oh, magically I feel good. Like this is years of me working and making a conscious effort to heal the parts of myself that were hurting and the parts of myself that, you know, made me not want to show off and exist in the body that I was given. I say this all the time, but make sure you're curating your social media feeds to reflect what you look like and the people and the messages that you want to see. Listen, there's a lot of super large content creators on YouTube, on Instagram, social media in general, that post the most like harmful, triggering shit. Like at some point you have to be like, you know, I live for the drama that you bring, but I have to fucking unfollow you because I can't look at this shit every day. And instead replace those people with people who look like you and who post uplifting shit and that make you feel good in yourself. Like I get it, the Tana Mojos of the internet are really fucking entertaining because it's an absolute train wreck 100% of the time. But there's a lot of content that those people put out that is pretty body negative and is pretty triggering, and it's why I've had to unfollow all of those types of creators, despite the fact that I live for the drama. I think it's so fucking funny. But like, babe, I cannot follow you. Curate your social media feeds, get more people that look like you on there, and follow people who are bigger than you. You should be following a range of people on all platforms. Like, diversify your fucking feeds. You're gonna feel way better about yourself when you start taking in other people and other perspectives, and you start to heal through the healing content of others. What other people are doing impacts you. The people you surround yourself with impacts you. Do some listening to people that are also doing the work that you want to do for yourself. When I was younger and in the fucking thick of it, every day was a bad body image day. And it got less and less over time. Maybe it was because I was ignoring my body and not thinking about it. And now I'm at a point where I rarely, very rarely have a bad body image day. And I think I said in a video a couple months ago that I like hadn't cried about my body since last summer. And that was true. I cried once this past month about it, honestly. I'll be real. I had a bad week. And usually it's like other things that trigger it, and my mind boils it down to my body. So it's like I'll have a really emotionally draining week. I'll be struggling with other things, and my brain will just boil it down to my body. My brain will blame my body, even though the real problem is something that has absolutely nothing to do with my body. But it's usually just easier to get mad at my appearance rather than to confront whatever the actual issue is and what I'm feeling, to be honest. I think it's almost like my brain has like an instinctiveness to blame things on my body and feel sad about my body and what I look like when I have a bad day. Because in my head, I believe somewhere deep down that if I was born thin, if I was born skinny, if I had the body that, you know, my mom and my sister do, that my life would be easier. And in a lot of ways it would, but not in every way. It is difficult to like exist so loudly and proudly in yourself exactly as you are. It's hard to have to read through comments of people telling me XYZ about my body and the way that I feel about myself. It's hard to have people make assumptions about you. It's something that I'm getting used to. And I'm gonna have bad days, and that's totally fine, because I know who I am and I know what I'm worth and I know what I deserve, and a bad day doesn't mean that all of the work that I have put in is off track. It just makes me fucking human. That's it. If every day was a good day, I would be fucking scared of myself. So anyways, point being, I don't want any of you to be comparing yourself to me and thinking that I am some unachievable level of confidence and I never have a bad day. Like, that's not real. What's real is that I have bad days too. I've just worked to have less of them. It's just years of having worked on healing and, you know, getting rid of my internalized fat phobia and letting myself exist freely without rules. Stopped being strict with myself. I let myself fucking exist the way that I wanted to exist, and I surrounded myself with people who encouraged the same healing that I was working on in myself. That's it. I just encourage you to take stock of who you're following and replace those people with some of the people that I'm gonna link down below who make my feed a much better place. God damn it, it's 10:45. I have to leave in like fucking 20 minutes. Okay, we're gonna do this really quickly.